you feel empowered because you learned things that you haven't learned before. That's great. That's great. I'm glad you came back. Why the sad face? You look a little down. Oh, you've been watching the news, huh? Yeah, I can tell. I know that look. I can tell when someone's been, immersing themselves in negativity, right? You've been on a YouTube binge, right? Yeah. Listen, okay, I understand, all right? Come to the right place. Since we're here in Texas, okay, you're not teaching us things, okay? So when we watch the news, when we read the headlines, it's easy to feel down and discouraged, all right? But do not fret, okay? Because don't feel sad. Take action, okay? Get educated, all right? And listen, I know there's been a lot in the news about mass shootings and all that stuff, but listen, I don't want to dwell on the negative, all right? I want to dwell on what we can do, what actions we can take, and what can we learn, all right? So we can feel empowered, all right? Okay, so actually, luckily, I just got this book in. The Hidden History of Guns and the Second Amendment by a great author who I love by the name of Thom Hartmann. Okay, if you heard of him, if you've heard his radio show, that's great, that's great. Okay, but we only have one book in. I'll have to order you one, okay? Come back tomorrow and I'll have you a copy of this one right here. It's mine. It's actually signed by the author himself, Thom Hartmann. Sure, but hey, would you mind if I read you a chapter? I would hate for you to leave here, with that frown on your face. Okay, great. All right. Actually, I was reading a chapter myself. Actually, it's the final chapter, titled "Learning from Other Nations." The United States is the only one of the developed countries in the world that allows this madness. Right? I mean, we have assault weapons on our street. They don't need to be there. Now, look, regardless of what your viewpoint is on guns and this and that and the other, let's read about what other nations do and how they handle situations like this or have handled situations like this in the past. Okay? Okay, so I'll be reading this chapter, Learning from Other Nations. Okay? The results are clear. Gun deaths are a problem, amenable to reduction like any other public health problem. International differences in rates between countries show this. The United States has the worst record of gun deaths of any developed nation, exceeded only by that in chaotic nations with massive law and order problems. Simon Chapman, professor of the University of Sydney School of Public Health and the leading author of a peer-reviewed study on the impact of Australia's 1996 gun control laws. Okay, let's read on. Tom says, just as most Americans have no idea that every other developed country in the world has already figured out how to inexpensively and effectively provide health care for 100% of its citizens as a right, so too most Americans have no idea of how all other developed nations of the world have managed to keep their gun death per 100,000 people rate below 0.5. While in the United States, it's more than 6 people killed with guns per 100,000 citizens. But other countries have done it, and America can learn a lot from their experience. This is largely the path that Australia has taken. After a decades-long series of mass shootings culminating in the 1996 Port Arthur massacre, that nation, in a moment of collective revulsion, chose to require a license to own virtually any type of gun and regulate semi-automatic pistols and rifles as tightly as fully automatic ones. They also put into place a series of national amnesty and gun buyback programs, which pulled hundreds of thousands of now not just Australia. Every other developed country, developed or developing country in the world has more stringent gun control laws than the United States, which may be why no other such country has the horrific rate of gun deaths and mass shootings that Americans experience daily. Okay, I'm starting to sound like Bernie Sanders here, alright? None of these solutions are difficult. We've done all of them before in other areas, like car ownership and fully automatic weapons, and they worked fine. And every other developed country in the world has success applying them to guns. America can too. That's my Bernie Sanders impression. You like it though? Continuing on. The NRA, that's the National Rifle Association, and industry front groups are losing their power daily, and American politicians are increasingly gathering the courage to stop taking the NRA's money. Thankfully, folks like the young people of Parkland, Florida, and victims groups from previous mass shootings are doing everything they can to make that happen. They deserve America's support. A clear-eyed understanding of America's past and a broad knowledge of how a gun industry-driven effort to rewrite America's laws and distort the nation's history has increased their profits while killing hundreds of thousands of Americans is necessary to begin the work of unwinding the spiraling gun violence in America. The price this country has paid, a growing national conscience, is too high. As Americans awaken to the very real possibility of living in a country that's not torn apart by gunfire, this nation can work together to save lives while simultaneously increasing everybody's access to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. How does that sound? Okay, does that sound like a good note to end on? Are your spirits lifted? Are you feeling more hopeful? That's great, okay? Actually, I don't want to leave you here empty-handed. I have this t-shirt